Fried rice wars. That's the focus of today's episode. I'm going to eat 3 different styles of fried rice from 3 different countries and see which one I like the best. The premise will be the same as my previous Fried Rice Wars episode, so please check that one out if you haven't already. Well, I'm going to go to the first spot and get the competition started, so come along. I went to get the arroz chaufa de mariscos, fried rice with seafood. Yeah, this quite clearly is a chifa dish, a Peruvian interpretation of Chinese fried rice. And chaufa, the Peruvian chifa word for fried rice, is borrowed from chow fan, the Cantonese word for fried rice. So in this platter of chaufa de mariscos, you have shrimp, fish, and squid, and there are scallions and bits of eggs intermingled in the rice itself. So I'm gonna agitate it a little bit and get my first scoopful. Oh. Oh. One thing I notice is that the grains of rice are very loose. It doesn't stick together like you would find in a Chinese fried rice. Not that the Chinese fried rice would be, overly sticky, but I think the jasmine rice has a sticky aspect to it that this rice doesn't. This is not the usual jasmine rice. I don't know what kind of rice this is. Also, the elements of the fried rice, namely the seafood, the shrimp, the squid, and the fish, are quite large. It's not chopped into kind of bite-sized pieces. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get the bite of the seafood with the rice. I think it might just be my taking turns with the seafood and the rice. Let me do that. Let me just start off with the shrimp. Oh, let me just chase it real quick with the rice. Yeah, the shrimp is good, nice and bouncy. Let me get a bite of the fish. I don't know what kind of fish this is. Oh. Yeah, my guess would be fried tilapia. I've had my share of tilapia over the years, and it reminds me of tilapia. So, yeah, I think it's fried tilapia fillets. The tilapia isn't overly crunchy, but it is quite meaty, and it's seasoned very well. It has a nice kind of fish-flavored saltiness that permeates the flesh. All right, let me try one of these squid rings. Not demonstratively tender, but it's tender. It's not overly chewy. Now the rice itself, it's been stir-fried with soy sauce, splashed with soy sauce, so it has a kind of a salty soy sauce flavor. Of course, this being a Peruvian dish, I got a condiment cup of the green sauce, like I would see with the pollo a la brasa. So let me try some of the green sauce with the rice. I've never had the green sauce with rice before. Okay, here goes. Oh, let me chase that with some shrimp. Yeah. That herbally green sauce tastes good with the shrimp and the rice. Wow, yeah. This is a Chinese classic, the salty fish and chicken fried rice. You don't find it often, though, in restaurants. It's a Cantonese fried rice, if I understand it correctly, and it's mainly a homey dish, a sort of fried rice that you would whip up with the leftovers at home. If you had salty fish and leftover chicken lying around, you would whip this up. I'm looking at it now. This version looks quite simple. It's not terribly dark, so it wasn't splashed and cooked with much soy sauce. It has bits of salty fish, not a whole lot, because as I'm examining it on the surface, there doesn't appear to be a whole lot. It's just little bits of salted fish, strips of white meat chicken, and then there's like shredded iceberg lettuce in there. There's also bits of egg in here too. Oh. Wow. That's very good. I was a little worried. I didn't know really what to expect because the fried rice looks so light colored. It's not very brown, so it has the look of something that might not be very flavorful, but that is not the case because the salty fish, the salty preserved fish, ham yu in Cantonese, is very potent. So that salty fish flavor really permeates the rice in the absence of extra soy sauce that might otherwise be there in most fried rice preparations. That salty fish flavor is really carrying the day, and it's doing a great job of it. So yeah, the salty fish flavor is pronounced, but it's not overwhelming. It's not like it's overly salty or they put too much salty fish in here. The chef really walked a tightrope, I think, because if you put too much, it gets overpowering and too salty and too fishy. If you don't put enough, the fried rice is bland, but the chef really nailed it, and you can taste the saltiness and the fish flavor without it being overbearing. The chicken itself is neutral, and you get the bite and the tenderness, and then you have the crunch of the stir-fried iceberg lettuce, and then the eggs. So there's a bit of textural variation going on, and this is really, really nice. Okay, my next selection is pineapple fried rice. This is a fairly common, I think, Thai fried rice. It's typically served at most Thai restaurants. It's one of the fried rice selections that you see on the menu. And typically it does have shrimp. This one certainly has shrimp. It has chicken also, and some cashew nuts thrown in on the surface with raisins, eggs, peas, and bits of carrots and onions as well, and some tomatoes. And there's a liberal distribution of curry powder. They use curry when stir frying up this fried rice, so it has a very prominent yellow color. Because the shrimp is so prominent on the surface of this fried rice, I'm going to eat the shrimp first, and it's a big shrimp. Wow. Oh, yeah. Plump, meaty shrimp. I'm going to chase that with the fried rice. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mentioned this on my previous Fried Rice Wars episode, and that is that good fried rice tends to be dry, but not in the way that you think, not inedibly dry. It's dry, but yet paradoxically moist at the same time. And as I'm eating this, yeah, that characteristic applies to this pineapple fried rice. It's dry, it's not wet and kind of soppy. That would be a bad fried rice. It's dry, but yet the grains of rice are still kind of moist. Oh, let me try some of this chicken. Oh. Yeah, so the chicken is meaty. It's meaty and a nice complement to the shrimp. Let me see if I can dig out some of the pineapple. Yeah. I'm going to get some pineapple in this bite. Oh yeah. Wow, that pineapple is really good. When you bite into it, you get a burst of pineapple flavor, and it kind of gushes its pineapple essence. So you get the pineapple juice, and it soaks into the fried rice that you're also chewing on. Wow. Also, what happens is that pineapple flavor really complements the curry flavor. The pineapple and curry mixture kind of intermingles, and that creates a really good flavor. Okay, in this next bite, I'm going to get a tomato and I think some raisins as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, much like the pineapple, the tomato gushes, it releases its essence, and you get the kind of pliable firmness of the raisins, and it has its own unique kind of sweetness. Oh, and I just got a cashew in that bite as well, and that has its own kind of firm crispness and its own unique contribution to the overall dish. Well, this concludes this episode of Fried Rice Wars, and you're probably wondering which fried rice I like the best. Well, when I consider the merits of all three fried rices, I would have to say that I liked the salted fish and chicken fried rice the best. It had the salted fish, which was very pungent, and the flavor permeated the entire dish. The curry in the pineapple fried rice served a similar role. It was very much curry flavored, but it wasn't as strong as the salted fish flavor. The chaufa con mariscos was stir-fried merely with soy sauce, so it didn't have any flavoring like the other two that kind of put it over the top. But it did have large chunks of seafood, but that didn't really compensate for the lack of a strong flavoring agent like the other two. So yeah, the salted fish and chicken fried rice was my favorite of the three. Well, will there be other Fried Rice Wars episodes in the future? Well, you can count on that, because there are other fried rices to consider around the DMV. Well, which one was your favorite? Which one was your winner? I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment in the comment section to let me know. Well, I'll catch you next time on my next food adventure. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe. Take care for now. Bye-bye.